to the house. Touchdown, Broncos! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
It's caught.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Steps away. He's going to run it. Powers through. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing.
Throws toward the end zone. It's complete. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a drive there of 84 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Flushed out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with a huge play. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Handoff from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Fires to the big fella. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. He's going to pass. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Bates. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Now on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on second down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Boise State ready to send out that offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a...
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Gets away from one. On the run, fires downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Genty. Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on first down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Takes it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in Bowles. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. And he's running in the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Carroll.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The give to the single back. Thrust that arm out. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. To the air, it's Cook. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going for it all. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. Off play action. Coming after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they...
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Broncos are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Feeling some... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able... And it's slipped out! The 30. The 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, looking for a man. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run at the 30. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's right on target. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him to drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Quarterback checking off. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point. Now to see if they can hang on. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Quarterback moving. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And he's going to have to run at this one like a kickoff. A long field goal attempt for the game. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week